watched The Mighty Quinn as a kid because I saw Robert Townsend and I saw him with the wig and I was like, I'm good.
Hey, my nigga, what's his name? Marty in it?
Mowgli or some shit.
Mowgli or something like that.
Howie or some shit. Yo, because I thought that shit was a joke. And then when I saw that it was a serious movie, I was like, that's Robert Townsend.
I don't know if they was doing karate or capoeira. I don't know. I was just like, yo, what the hell's Robert Townsend doing karate for?
Is Robert Townsend serious with a Jamaican wig?
And I watched it.
That's like putting Chris Rock to play a crackhead.
Every time I looked at the wig, like, you know, like, ever watch what's the Steven Segal movie? What I'm saying
Mark for Death.
Mark for Death. Son, when all the Jamaicans, excuse me, all the blacks with the black wig, I'm saying with the fake wigs.
No, they wasn't fake Jamaicans until they were the stuntmen.
Yo, that's what I was getting to.
If you watch the movie again, whenever they're talking, chilling, whatever, they were real Jamaicans. They were real dreads. But well, for the most part. But whenever he started whooping on them niggas are straight mops.
Sorry. That shit was hilarious. Nothing's funnier when the motherfucker has dreads and then it cuts to the stuntman. Every fucking movie.
Yeah.
Every dreads. Yo, just like the movie with Will Smith and Whoopi Goldberg. Was it Made in America?
Yeah.
When she's drunk and she's riding on the bike before she gets into the accident, and it cuts to the stuntman and it's the wig. Yo, I started fucking dying. It's more funnier than a fucking wig with a stuntman on it.
Yo, son, what's worse than in Mark for Death when he whoops the nigga's ass in the mall and he breaks the nigga's arm and the nigga has on the green like airport worker suit? You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And he breaks his arm. So he got the fake mop, and it's like lopsided, and he got the fake broken arm. Yo, that shit is hilarious.
Yo, some of that shit is oh my gosh. The stuntman shit is, oh my God.
He did a good job with the Jamaicans in the movie until the fighting started.
Well, put it like this. I can't say they did a good job. From what we know at that time, for that time.
I don't know. I have to go back
on it now. When you go back on it now, you be like, that weren't Jamaicans.
I have to go back again because remember the Jamaican that he threw out the window?
Yeah.
That was good.
Yeah. He's like, Screwface, give me 1,000 deaths. I'm saying 10,000 deaths. He's like, you want Screwface? Go find your fucking self.
Yeah.
That shit blew my motherfucking mind. We did that shit.
He did a good job. That was probably the best acting in that movie, was that guy.
Yeah. Howard.
That was Howard.
Howard was family. If you go kill him, I go kill him.
Because remember he started laughing?
Yeah.
Like right before he jumped out the window?
and he probably had the most famous line. It said, Screwface? We don't know Screwface. Yo.
Screwface? You know Screwface?
Oh, and you know who Screwface is?
Well, no, what?
You ever see? He was in Free Jack.
Oh, word.
Screwface was in Free Jack. He was one of
the people that was down with Mick Jagger.
He was one of the homeless people.
Oh, okay. The freedom fighters.
And plus, he was in another movie, a horror movie or something like that.
Yeah, I know that motherfucker wasn't Jamaican though.
No, he definitely wasn't Jamaican.
I know he wasn't Jamaican.
It's Free Jack.
Turn.
Yeah. Oh, it's your turn. I want you to meet my sister, goddess of fire. I was like, but as a kid, shit scared the piss out of me.
No, nothing scared me more than when you see Screwface and then the other Screwface walked in. That shit was creepy as fuck.
Oh my God.
That shit scared the fuck out of me, bro.
And
I was like, oh shit.
And not for nothing, like it was like 3 movies back to back. Steven Segal was on fire.
Yep.
He had Hard to Kill.
And Out for Justice.
Yeah, it was because it was back to back. It was Hard to Kill, then it came Mark for Death, and then it came for saying that Out for Justice came.
I think Out for Justice was before Mark for Death.
No, Out for Justice was after Mark for Death.
I'm gonna come back to somebody remembers seeing Richie.
Oh my! Anybody know who killed Bobby Lupo? I was like, yo, you are
Bobby Lupo.
Anybody know who killed Bobby Lupo?
You know the one with the nipples you look like you could dial a phone with.
I was like, yo, stop it. Stop it.
Yo, that movie was mad disrespectful to Italians or whatever they were supposed to be.
Big time.
Even my nigga, I love him. William Forsythe.
Yeah.
The dude who played Richie.
Yeah.
Yo, his Italian thing, he killed it. He killed it. I think he killed it, but he overdid it in some scenes.
Yeah. He did. But at the same time, niggas, I'm saying, yo, niggas, let's not forget that was Benny in fucking American Me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Listen, let's you know,
people forget about niggas like William Forsythe. William Forsythe played every single race except for black. Period. He
killed a couple joints. But even in when you listen to Out for Justice, a little bit of his character in Out for Justice is in a movie with Denzel Washington. Sid, we're saying Sid, the Sid Point.
Sid 6.6?
Yeah. What's the movie? Virtuosity. The part when he goes, yo, there's a chip in my head, I gotta go get him. He was like, yo, you gotta stop him. He goes into the command center, he goes, anybody sitting in this chair? When he said it, Richie came out. I was like, yo, he sounded just like Richie. Holy shit.
Not to cut you off. Tell me you wasn't scared the shit of Richie.
Oh.
So that nigga scared the shit out of you.
Son, anybody that smoked crack and that was still like healthy and just crazy like that, ready to kill somebody, I was scared of.
Remember when Richie held his homeboys hostage and his girl?
Son.
There was a part of the movie where he was like throwing like a party. He was calling his last night.
At her house, I was like, yo, he played the ill villain. He played the fucking ill villain.
Yeah.
I was like, I see that shit.
And that's what was cool about that movie. It seemed semi-realistic, right?
Mm-hmm.
Hello?
Yep.
She doesn't have the link.
I just sent it like twice.
He said he sent it twice. Did you email it to her or text it to her?
I emailed it.
It has to be emailed?
I emailed it.
Text it to her then.
Text it to her?
Yeah, text it to her. For whatever reason, the email ain't coming.
Hold up.
All right, he's doing it now.
I texted. But yeah, man, he had me scared of healthy crackheads. Cause he made me think healthy crackheads were deranged killers and I didn't give a fuck. And I just couldn't believe that shit. So yeah, William Forsythe he was definitely one hell of an actor. What's up with my other man who played damn near every race except for black. My man from the Netherlands, my man Smiley.
Yeah, I think his name he has some like stereotypical New Zealand name.
Yeah.
What's his name? Like Manu or some shit. Like bad stereotypical.
He killed it. That motherfucker act. He don't get his just due.
Oh man, what is it? He kills it, man. He was Smiley. He played a terrorist several times. He Walking Dead. He played like a regular. He played like a Mexican dude in Walking, like a regular.
Yeah. Cliff Curtis. What's his name? Cliff Curtis.
Cliff Curtis.
I
thought he had some stereotypical name. I could have swore he did.
Nope, my man, Cliff Curtis. I was like, yo, looking at that, looking at that name, looking at him, I was like, oh, this man has to be biracial.
But you know who else does kind of ill? Kind of. Sometimes he be sucking it up. His name is, I want to say his name is Clifton something. He played Rivers in Light It Up. He played Stupid Indians.
My man, 187.
I can't remember his name. I want to say his name was Clifton something Jr. but I can't remember his last name.
Yeah, my call him. Yeah.
He,
I know exactly what you're talking about.
he has range.
He does.
Like he plays different, you know what I'm saying? Stupid Indians.
Then he was in whatchamacallit too. He was in Boondock Saints too.
Yeah, he was in Boondock. Yeah, he played the crazy Mexican dude.
Yep. Clifton Collins Jr.
Clifton Collins Jr. Yeah.
And that nigga may not be Mexican.
Huh?
He may not even be Mexican.
Yo, you know he was in motherfucking Minister Society?
Yeah.
Remember the part they dropped us off with an essay stay?
Yeah.
One of the essays.
Cutters. Yeah, exactly. Yup, he helped him. Yup, he had a little role.
Yeah.
I wanna check this bio now to see. I'm saying to see what race he is. It'd be mind-boggling. I'm saying it'd be mind-boggling if he wasn't saying if he had no type of Latino descent in him whatsoever.
Yeah, so he has range, bro.
Yeah, like, he definitely.
Sometimes he be sucking the house up though. Sometimes I'll be like, yo, come on, man, like you're doing too much.
But I guess it depends on the actors that you're saying, type movie that you're dealing with, the type of budget. Because sometimes
whenever you see an actor who sometimes be killing it and sometimes don't, it's a director. Because you think about it, the director will go, okay, yeah, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? So it's the director's fault. If you know an actor is sick, if you know they can act, and then you see them in a movie and they're doing a not so good job or they're doing too much, in my opinion, that's the director. The director needs to tell them, bro, bring it down a little.
It could be on, and it could be the actors too, because sometimes actors feed off of other actors, especially
but at the end of the day, the director has to okay it. The director has to watch it and go, your performance is what I wanted.
Yeah, but sometimes directors just let you cook.
That's the director's fault too.
Not really, because sometimes, not really.
If I do a shit performance in a movie and the director lets it be in the movie, director's fault. Now, if it's taken out of his hands, it's like the studio wants it or the actor has it in his contract that he gets to do X, Y, Z, sure. But other than that, if the director okays it, that's his fault.
The reason why I say sometimes a director will let a person cook is because one time, right, I was in an acting class in Boston. Shout out to actor teacher Bates Wilder. He was talking about how he was on set one time. He was in a movie. He had a little bit of small part, and he was acting with my man. It's Cornflakes. It's Joe Dirt.
Christopher Walken.
Christopher Walken. So he's with Christopher Walken. It was a real small part. He said Christopher Walken showed up in a limo, drunk off his ass and everything. A little small part, whatever. They're doing the movie. Christopher Walken is not doing the lines whatsoever. He looks at it real quick, blah, blah, blah. He gets a synopsis of what I'm saying, of what it is, and just fucking starts doing his own thing. Everybody's looking at the director like, what the fuck? They're like, the director's like, it's Christopher Walken. Just fucking go with it. And so the whole fucking shit is just being ad-libbed. Whatever. I forgot the name of the movie, but he was like, it was a low budget movie that was just like, you probably find that shit in a dollar store or something like that for like $1. It was like one of them shits. But he was like basically like, depending on sometimes a name, like the director, the name will be bigger than the director, and the director will just be like, all right, cool, just go ahead. Because sometimes they don't have any control of the actor.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of caveats to that. One, it's Christopher Walken.
Mm-hmm.
So even with that, there's a bunch of caveats. One, it's Christopher Walken. You don't say nothing to a fucking big celebrity like Christopher Walken. Two, people don't want to see Christopher Walken play characters in movies. They want to see Christopher Walken play Christopher Walken. So that's different. So you don't have to give him direction. Just like Debo. If Debo shows up, you don't tell him what to do because he's going to play Debo. Christopher Walken's going to play Christopher Walken. So I think that doesn't strengthen your argument. But I get your argument. But at the end of the day, if the director okays it, it's the director's fault, man. Like, you look at actors who you'd be like, yo, that actor's an ill actor. And then you see a movie, you're like, yo, he did a terrible job in that. What happened? Were they on crack that day? Sure, possibly. But what happened was the director goes, okay,
I don't know. I don't know. What's going on, yo? Midway through the shit introduction, I go by the name of Kobra Karate, sipping on that grape soda, forever trying to be sober, maybe.
Yeah, so it's your man D-Mobile across the global. I'm sitting here sober as fuck because we doing this on a weekday and I got work tomorrow.
Yeah, no, I hear you. And
I'm not gonna be drinking on weekdays, bro.
No, I hear you. Yeah,
maybe like a Thursday.
Yeah, I mean that's okay. I mean that's an okay day to drink. You know what I'm saying? Right? Because right before Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm kind of cutting back on the drinking and smoking. Took a little hiatus.
Yeah, that's not whack, but whatever.
Nah, man. It's like, yo, it ain't tasting the same. Yo, the way it's matriculating all through my body, it's just not. You know what I'm saying? This is not feeling good. Not feeling right, not tasting good, man. It's just like, and then the smoking part, saving money, so, I'm good.
Hey, with all due respect, and remember, I'm saying with all due respect, you sound like a bitch.
Hey, call me that, but I'm a sober bitch. Oh, and also, shout out to the LA Lakers for, I'm not even gonna say smoking the heat, but winning the finals, the NBA finals last night. I did not watch, I did not partake, I did not care for that. I was hoping they would push it to a game, the Heat would push it to a game 7, make it a little bit more interesting, but the Lakers closed that out, and shout out to them, man.
So now that basketball's done, you gonna watch football?
Nah, I've never been a football fan. I'm like a very, 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 very casual football fan. It's just like, if it's on, I'll watch it. Barely. No pun intended. But
you know what I think is What? Like, if a girl likes football, she dates dudes who are built like football players. If a girl likes basketball, she dates dudes who are built like basketball players.
I mean, you can't knock it for having it.
No. My point is they watch it because they like the way the niggas look.
That's like saying, I mean, you don't, hold on, but you don't watch porn according to what you like?
Yeah, porn, not sports.
Same shit.
Next subject.
Same shit, because,
You sound dumb as fuck.
No, I don't. You watch what I'm saying. I'm saying you watch and you like according to your type. That's
right.
Always
Right. You do. When it has something to do with sex. Yeah, sure.
Some girls are like, oh my God. Some girls find football players and basketball players sexy. It's the same shit. The only thing is, one got clothes on, one don't. It don't matter.
My point is that women watch things on TV according to how attracted they are to the people in those things. That's my point. What you're saying has fuck all to do with what I'm talking about.
No, it has everything to do, but it's just basically.
No, it doesn't.
I mean, I don't know where you were going with that. It's basically like,
I just told you where I went with it.
It's like you're basically saying people like what they watch.
No, it's not what I said.
Okay, what'd you say?
I summed up what I was saying.
No.
You didn't hear me.
No, I did hear you. Hear you.
Oh, okay. What I said was, women watch things on TV solely based on how attracted they are to the people in those things. Like, if Vin Diesel does a movie and girl likes Vin Diesel, she watches the Vin Diesel movie. If football players are attracted to her, she watches football. Men, we don't do that. We don't watch it. Have you ever watched a movie because there was a sexy girl in the movie? Have you ever said, I got to see that movie because so-and-so's in it?
Yes.
You have?
Yes.
Then I guess you win this argument since you've done that.
I'm saying yes, I've had.
Because I've had this conversation with other men, like real men, and they've said no to that question because men don't do that.
Yeah, they do. It's like,
I never watched a movie because I thought, unless it was like a movie that was like a sexy movie or something, I've never said, oh, so-and-so's in that movie? Oh, she looks good. I gotta check that movie out. Like,
so you never watched a movie with Halle Berry in it just so...
No.
Oh,
No,
okay.
I'm not.
Okay. It's
No,
not late then?
you honestly have?
Yes.
What movie? What movie did you watch because there was a sexy girl in it that you wanted to see?
There was a movie. There's
that wasn't a sexy movie. Like, so I understand if that is the place. Like, if it's fucking Showgirls, you know what I'm saying? If it's a movie called Bikini Car Wash, you know what I mean? That makes sense. I'm talking about Aliens 4 comes out, Halle Berry's in it. Ooh, Halle Berry gonna look good in that. I'm watching that. We don't do that shit. Men don't do that.
There's a series on Netflix called Queen Sono with
Called
Pearl,
what?
Queen on Netflix.
Called Queen what?
On Netflix called Queen Sono.
Queen Sono?
Queen Sono.
Uh-huh.
With Pearl, I think her name is Thusi or Thusai. She's South African.
Yeah.
Light-skinned, beautiful thing. South African. She's also in Quantico, I think. She got small parts of Quantico. And I've seen her a couple times, Instagram and everything like that. Yes, she's beautiful. And I ended up liking the series. But I solely watched the series because of her. And that's a great marketing tool because of who that person is, what that person could attract. It's a great marketing tool. It puts asses in the seats. Hey, you may like you may like what's going on. You may like the show and everything like that. Yes, I ended up liking the show, but it was basically sold off of her. That's all it is just marketing. That's what I'm saying. That's all it is.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. Whatever. That's some whole shit. Men don't do that.
Yes, they do.
No, men don't do that. And I'll even go as far as to say, for the most part, we won't go see an action movie because it's a Stallone movie or it's a Schwarzenegger movie. For the most part, sometimes we get into that, but for the most part, we don't do that. At least movie people like me don't do that.
It's basically what you're saying is like, if you're a fan of this person, yeah, you're gonna watch it solely because you're a fan of that person. But you might end up liking watching that movie. That's how you put asses in the seats. That's how you put eyes on that screen. That's all that is.
Yeah, and for you, a grown ass man sitting here talking about you watched the movie because there was a pretty girl in it. That's whole shit.
No, it's not.
Bullshit.
It's real shit. It's real shit. That's real shit.
That's whole shit. Use a hoe.
No, it's not real shit.
You got whole tendencies.
No, I don't. I'm a fan.
Of?
Pretty.
Those are your enemies.
What? All right, so that's our show for today. I've been your man D-Mobile.
It's stupid. What's going on?
Hi guys, I'm sorry. I'm on Atlanta time. I'm on Houston time. I had to have lunch and we went to go vote today. There was a lot going on.
Mm-hmm.
Go vote. Early voting. Go vote. I'm here for the people, for the culture. Do I need another light?
No, the light is
good.
Oh, okay.
So what's going on? Oh, you might as well introduce yourself because we already did the introductions.
Oh, Demario, I thought we was done. What's going on? What are you guys drinking on? I don't have a drink, but it's your girl, K.I. Double. Just got into a little trouble. Good trouble, that is. Go vote.
I'm drinking on soda. Actually, I'm drinking on grape soda.
I'm not drinking on anything. Oh, damn.
I had some water and I'm all out.
Yeah.
I just had like a late lunch after we voted, and we had like the worst service ever. Can we talk about Black establishments and their service?
Did you vote today or no?
Yeah, you can vote, but I went to the wrong county. I went to State Farm Arena. It was really nice. It was really smooth. Like they all voted in like 10 minutes, 15 minutes. So if you can early vote, go early vote.
You voted like 6 times already.
Huh?
I was being sarcastic because you said I voted like 6 times.
Did you vote?
I was being sarcastic.
I will
Thanks,
vote.
Kylie. Go vote.
I will be voting.
I'm doing mail-in voting, which I was told don't do that.
Yeah, don't do that shit. Don't do that.
I just seen that they was throwing some shit away, so I guess you probably shouldn't do it. And since I'm here and you can do it now, I'm just doing it. So just do it. You don't have a day off or something? Or early day?
I do, it's just I don't want to go.
Yeah, lazy. That's what it is. Oh, nigga, your school thought it was important. Your school thought it was important, though.
Yeah, I don't want to go, but I guess I gotta go because someone told me that they've been throwing away ballots.
Yes, I just told you that. So go.
So now I gotta go.
Demario, I like your shirt.
Huh?
I like your shirt. Sorry.
Oh yeah, this is Bullet Club, New Japan Pro Wrestling.
Really?
Yeah, what?
Wrestling shit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like what I like.
Yeah, grown men don't do that. Grown men don't do that.
Not really.
What's the appropriate age to stop playing video games?
There is no
wrestling.
There's no appropriate. There is
no age to stop.
Fuck you talking about? Fuck you talking about? Fuck you talking about?
What are you talking about?
Fuck is you talking about? Ain't it?
Never mind.
The fuck?
Wow. But yeah, man. So went to McDonald's last week. Had the spicy nuggets. Want to see what the hype was about. Fucking trash. Tridash. Listen, I'm not fucking with spicy nuggets. Only spicy nuggets I'm fucking with is the ones from Wendy's. That's it.
Spicy niggas.
Stupid.
This is spicy niggas.
I thought that's what was said at first.
The only spicy niggas I'm fucking with.
I like that.
Yo, I don't fuck with spicy niggas either, bro. I'm with you.
Yo, speaking of spicy niggas, so a minute ago, right? So me and Drew, we used to go to Boston all the time, go shopping and everything like that. We used to go to Hip Zeppi's downtown Crossing, whatever. So there was this like fashion dude, whatever, he worked in Hip Zeppi's, whatever. And he was trying to sell this nigga Drew a Nietzsche at the time. A Nietzsche, it was a zip up shit. And it had like mad different colors on it. He was like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yeah, I'm saying the shirt and everything like that, it's mad spicy. Drew was like, word? Spicy? He's like, oh, where's what is spicy? He looked at me, he was like, spicy. And I was like, yeah, spicy. And I was like, all right, so we out of here. Yo,
I thought you just lost yourself a sale, sir. I'm not wearing nothing you call it fucking spicy.
He's like, yeah, it's kind of spicy. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Spicy. All right, man.
Oh my God.
It's flaming. That's hot. That's lit.
Nah, man.
When's the appropriate age to stop saying new slang?
Ooh. Yes. When is the yes?
There is one.
Yeah, cause I see niggas older than me saying no cap.
Yeah, so I look at it like this. Sometimes the new slang comes out. I feel like if it sticks, I'll give it a pass. But if it comes out and it's the new thing and you don't know if it's gonna stick, you shouldn't be using it if you're over a certain age.
Yeah, like when niggas was referring to money as chicken. I hated that shit.
What?
Yo, niggas was referring to money as chicken. Niggas was referring to money as chicken. I hated it.
Remember all the shit that tried to catch on that didn't catch on when we was younger? Shit like
like what? Like what?
Like one.
Yo, every time
use it in a sentence.
What?
And this time
niggas hang up the phone, they would go one.
And every time they said one, I would say two.
Yeah,
me
too.
I'm like, oh,
too.
And like, what'd you say? I'm like, oh, nothing. They're like, all right, cool, one. I'm like, two. He's like, what? I was like, nothing.
Yo, remember shit like slime?
Niggas still say that.
What's poppin' slime?
They still say that. That's Nori. Let's say Nori and Vado. Shout out to Nori and Vado.
Or like, what's the other shit that didn't catch on that niggas tried to make?
Oh man.
Oh, not kind of off subject. You ever hear somebody try to say guap and they say guac? You ever heard someone
That's
say?
another thing we can talk about. If you're gonna say, I'm saying, yo, if you're gonna say slang, use it in the right. Use it in the right way. Say
Yo, I got mad guac.
Use it in the right, with the right company. Use it to the right audience that you want to use it to too. Some of that shit don't fit for everybody.
Yeah, so I think we just made a rule. If you guys agree, if the slang sticks and you are over 25, you can use it.
Nah. You could be in your 30s. Well, like this. I think it depends on what you're into. Like if you're an entertainer, rapper, or anything, I'm saying something like that, some type of form of entertainment where you would have that.
Hold on. You don't have to say that. Celebrity rapper rules don't apply to us mere mortals.
I'm just saying. All right, so what are people on the radio? People like on the radio, like you got.
Don't apply to them either. They have to entertain people. That's their job to say that shit.
Because Angie Martinez as well, in her 40s, maybe in her 50s, and she be saying no cap.
I'm talking about Angie Martinez.
What's wrong with no cap?
And we're too old for that.
I think that's regional though.
That's what?
That's like regional because like a lot of people in certain regions would use that more. Like me personally, I would say no bullshit, but maybe that's because I'm from up north.
And I'm from 1995, so I would say dead ass.
I would say dead ass too. So I would say no bullshit or dead ass.
Oh!
Dead ass.
Speaking of dead ass, what about dead dogs? That didn't stick at all.
That didn't stick at all. On dead dogs. On dead dogs.
Dead dogs. Dead dogs? Dead dogs?
The only time you hear dead dogs is when you see a video of some ratchet ass people fighting. That's the only time you hear dead dogs.
Yo. So perfect, so perfect Subway. I said Subway. Segway.
We're gonna get to Subway with them spicy niggas.
He was on the subway with them spicy niggas. That's what he was. He was on the subway with them spicy niggas.
And eating them cookies. So my man D Mobile was talking, asked the question, what the fuck is a glizzy?
What is a glizzy?
Glizzy. A glizzy.
I just don't know how it got the name. Where did it come from?
Well, from my research, I believe glizzy is a hot dog or a sausage that derived from Chicago.
Why? What is glizzy? What is the significance?
It's a certain type of hot dog. From my era, a glizzy's a motherfucking gun. If you ask me.
Got the glizzy, and I'm about to get busy.
You know what I'm saying? Got that? I'm saying, yo, I had my glizzy on me. I was getting busy. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Shooting niggas.
So now I'm hearing that they call it hot dogs glizzies, and it's supposed to have like some sort of gay connotation to it or something. I
guess. I can see. I understand the sexual reference to it, glizzy. You know, I'm saying you put it out. Is if you stick it in a female and everything like that comes out, she's wet and it's all glizzed up, glistening.
What? That's a stretch.
I don't know.
That's a stretch.
I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck just happened.
That's what it sounds like to me.
Sure.
Glisten. Sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying it was glistening.
So Keith, you don't know where that came from? You never heard that term?
Glizzy?
Yeah.
Yeah, like for a sorry. Yeah, like as a glot. That's about it.
But you never heard it for a hot dog?
You may have mentioned it, but not outside of you.
Yeah, so matter of fact.
Glizzy. Yeah, I feel like I have. Maybe when I was in Chicago.
So I
think they called it that in Chicago.
They call glizzy hot dog. It's a sausage. It's a type of sausage. That's what they call it. Doesn't say
that's so that's not a slang thing in Chicago. That's really what a type of sausage is called.
Right, but I guess they are used.
Maybe the name was called Glizzy's or some shit.
Telemarketer.
That's crazy.
Yeah, but I guess they're using it as slang now.
Yeah, I was at a cookout. I was at a cookout and I said something about, are the hot dogs ready? And somebody was like, oh, you want the glizzy? I was like, yeah, let me get a couple of glizzies.
Too, right?
I don't know. Unless it's another a bravado thing for a man.
I don't know.
You want a glizzy? Yeah, that sounds sexual.
Yeah.
That's
That's what I'm saying. I'm embarrassed at how much I like penis-shaped foods. Like,
I told you he likes penis.
like hot dogs and sausages and shit. I like that shit. And you can't say that shit without niggas laughing at you.
damn. So I guess so.
You like
I'm
sausages?
fucking with spicy niggas on the subway. Why you love niggas with hot dogs? Okay.
He loves glizzies. While you fucking with the spicy niggas on the subway, he's at home eating a glizzy.
I like hot dogs.
he's at home with a glizzy in his mouth. He likes glizzies to be in his mouth. You be with them spicy niggas, and he likes glizzies in his mouth.
Listen, I'm very comfortable.
I'm here for it.
I'm very comfortable with my sexualities.
Listen,
I'll eat a hot dog in front of anybody. But I won't.
In front of everybody.
But I won't eat a popsicle. You got to draw the line somewhere.
I just bite the shit. I
will not put the popsicle in my mouth.
Listen, I will not suck a popsicle in public. Just bite the shit.
I won't eat a popsicle. That's a little too. Nah, I'm not with that.
Yeah, you don't do that shit. You don't do that. And by the way, this episode is gonna be called Spicy Niggas and Glizzies. Calling it.
And glizzies?
And bananas.
That's a little too.
Nah, man.
Too much.
That's what it is. So anyways, moving on. So I already congratulated the Lakers, for winning NBA Finals. Yeah, whatever. Don't care about that. But what do you guys think about? First of all, keep in mind, this is the lowest ratings and viewership for NBA Finals ever. And so now also, I'm not saying they go hand in hand, but as of next year, there will not be any BLM, Black Lives Matter, anything on the courts in the NBA. So, what do you think about that?
I think that it is trash for them to do that. I think that the support was not genuine. It was just to kind of get them back to do their jobs. And as they did, they're not pleased with the money that didn't come in because it was a more monumental thing. I mean, obviously just more about monetary value to it. So I think it's lame. I think it's going to show exactly who people are and what they stand for, and they weren't necessarily standing for the Black Lives Matter movement. They weren't necessarily standing for the social injustice and everything that their players were fighting for. They were just trying to support them enough to get the job done. And as they go forward, they'll have a different plan moving forward, which is lame.
And I feel like we knew that from jump. Like, I feel like we knew that they wasn't really down for the cause. They're a business, and they're doing what a business will do.
Yeah.
And I think that the way you worded the question kind of makes it seems like one has to do with the other. The viewership and the BLM on the court has to do with one another. I don't know if that's the case. I think it's more of just the bubble. People don't like the bubble.
I think it's both, and I think it could be definitely both. But didn't they take off the Black Lives Matter logo during the finals anyway? So it wasn't even there for like the last couple games, like on the actual championship games. They didn't have it. Maybe they did that to see if ratings would go up, but by that time, nobody's watching. People haven't watched because they were tired of seeing the other names. They were tired of seeing what it looked like. So yeah, they didn't like the bubble, but the bubble effect had changed because the only way they came back to play the bubble is under these conditions. Mm-hmm. Like, you have to think about it. They almost was not like, the Lakers were ready not to play. They were ready to give the season up, as were the Clippers. At that time, when the Clippers were hot, so the Lakers were hot. And these were the two teams that they thought would be in the NBA Western Conference Finals. They really thought it was going to be LA versus LA, and they would be going at it. So in that sense, when both of those teams were like, yo, we're not doing this, I'm ready to walk away from it, they did whatever they had to do to get us back. These niggas, come on, we're going to get y'all back. Sorry. In a sense, they did whatever they had to do to get us back on the court to do their job. They've done their job. They appreciate it. They're happy. They're celebrating. They got people out during the craziest time in Corona in LA. None of them, like, LA's not even open yet, and all the people was out there with no masks. So, like, they had everybody out there in the street to do all of this. And then now when they go into next year, none of that is going to matter. And they're not going to be talking about Black Lives Matter. And they're going to be moving forward with, like, what's your contract look like? And either you're going to play or you're not.
I think the ratings probably dipped because of the whole Black Lives Matter thing. Because, once Donald Trump and Mike Pence stop vilifying shit, shit gets lost in translation, and then it becomes this. Another thing, I think people are sick of seeing LeBron in the finals. If LeBron's in the finals, it doesn't become as interesting. They want to see new faces. Like, LeBron's been in the finals for the past freaking 8 years of the last 10. And it's just like, okay, again, whatever. And also 3, the bubble. The bubble, a lot of people said the bubble's like a glorified pickup game, or it's like some type of prestigious AAU tournament. And so so that whole feel. So I think there's a whole bunch of things that are playing to it. But I definitely feel that with the whole Black Lives Matter thing, it's a label, some of the players having justice, equality, and for Brianna, all that on their back and everything. I don't think that played the biggest thing as you would think, because you gotta understand, just like I was saying earlier about women watching sports of the men that they're attracted to. I think people watch the sports according to the world they live in or the people they're around. So I think the majority of the fans of basketball can fuck with Black Lives Matter. I mean, there's definitely a percentage of people who don't, of course, but I think the majority fucks with it. There's a reason why. Well, there's certain things that, how can I put this? When you put black on anything, the word black on anything, there's this thing that,
I get what you're saying.
People fuck with it. People won't watch it because, oh my God, it's black.
Yeah, I agree with that. I just don't think it's a large a number as you think it would be for the NBA. Like, if motherfucking hockey put BLM on the court, viewership will drop considerably. If you put BLM on a basketball court, you're gonna lose some people, but I don't think you're gonna lose enough to where it would make a dent.
Nah, I think they lost enough. There's a lot of people that stopped fucking with the NBA because of Black Lives Matter. They lost a lot.
Yeah. I
understand what you're saying, because it's just like with what's the NASCAR racer driver? He had put Black Lives Matter on his car. A lot of NASCAR fans was like, yo, I'm not fucking with this, and I'm not fucking with Black Lives Matter. Like, we want to see these people out here racing, and I don't want to see a car that says all of this. And people in the racing NASCAR stood with him. They walked with him. They supported him through that. So yeah, they lost ratings and they lost fans, but that was just one car and that was one person. That wasn't the entire NASCAR that says Black Lives Matter, everyone's car. Then it would have been a huge hit. So the NBA having all of their players have a statement on the back of their jersey. The majority of the players did. The only team that had the majority of players who didn't, I want to say, was the Lakers. The majority of the Lakers didn't. Like, LeBron had LeBron. What's his name? Kuzma had Kuzma. Like, there wasn't too many people that had different names or like even injustice statements on the Lakers team. They kind of just stayed traditional. But if you have to see like your whole normal NBA change, like if NASCAR would have to see every single car say BLM on it, they would have fucking not supported them and left them too. So I think the NBA did lose a lot of money. And I think that's why NFL and everyone else is taking a different approach. Like, hey, we stand with you and we support you, and this is what we're going to do to make it okay. You know, they're doing what they can, but they're not going all in like the NBA did. The NBA lost a lot of money. Even the fucking president talked about it during his debates.
That's what I'm saying.
And
he
also
don't
support it. So his supporters are not supporting it.
And also, D, just like you said, you wanna watch something. If you're watching the music award show, you want to watch the music award show. If you're watching sports, you want to watch sports. You don't want people to have some type of political agenda or some type of political stance or anything like that, speaking about some type of injustice and anything like that. If you want to watch something, you want to watch it for that. When you have some type of social, some social injustice stance or anything like that, motherfuckers get turned out by it.
So do you think it was more of the stance they took or the fact that they took a stance?
I think it was more of the stance that they took. And motherfuckers come up, couple like this. You have motherfuckers, I'm saying, you have motherfuckers that know that motherfuckers did wrong, but some motherfuckers seeing black this, some type of social injustice, it kind of makes them, it kind of puts like a guilt trip on them to the point of like, damn, all right, yeah, we fucked up, but you don't gotta rhyme me. You don't gotta put it in my face every fucking day. Some people feel like that. Some people really feel like that. Like it's almost like guilt tripping. You know what I'm saying? And so it's just like, yeah, I'm saying, yeah, we fucked up, but you don't gotta remind us every fucking day. But yeah, I think it's more of the stance, it being pushed out there and everything. But
sorry, I'm trying to see if this looks better. Oh no, I think the quality on this camera is worse. Okay, never mind.
I don't know how to take it back off.
I'm taking it off.
Oh, okay. This nigga D is dumb. Just spicy niggas, no blizzards.
Why would I text it to you for you to fucking say it?
Because it showed up on the thing.
Yeah, but why would you say it?
I seen it too.
Like
Yeah.
the tweet was to not say it.
I don't know. I thought you was like, why didn't you just text it to my phone?
He did.
What's the difference? I did that earlier and you said it.
No, you should have just texted to my phone. You could have put a message. I don't know what you were just saying. I didn't know what you were saying. I was just saying that. Anyways. So
but so back to Black Lives Matter and NBA and next season. But I was gonna ask a question. Sorry, not to all that. But Demario, how would you feel, or how do you think wrestling fans would feel if every wrestler had a Black Lives Matter thing on?
I think that they would fucking revolt because a lot of wrestling fans are rednecks.
Exactly. You don't think that rednecks like basketball? They don't like to watch?
That was my original point. I don't think a lot of basketball fans are rednecks, but maybe I was wrong.
Nah, I don't think a lot of basketball. Well, I don't know. I get your point, but I think it's not the rednecks part that fell off of basketball. It's just the other racist piece. There's a lot of racist people that watch basketball. Let's say that. Remember the Celtics back in the day, like that. Like the old school basketball shit. Like there's a lot of racists that like basketball. They may not be the redneck racists, but they're different, parts. So I get what your point.
Well, that's
because the redneck racists. The rednecks ain't fucking with us regardless. They ain't watching niggas dribble a ball because they don't like niggas. Like that's how they feel. Period. Like,
But I think even now, most likely when you get a white person that's playing ball, they grew up around black people, or
that was my point.
All about black culture. So it's like as far as like racism and basketball. Yeah, as far as racism and basketball, you're really not gonna find that. Maybe in football you will, because you have some places like. You got like Texas, you got some of these like towns in Texas that are straight redneck towns, and they got some big white dudes that are fast and that can play, football. You have that, so especially deep south with football, but for basketball, nah. You'll find probably a little bit of racism, and a little bit of racism could probably be translated into hate. in my opinion.
Okay.
But yeah, so since we're on, you know, the whole Black Lives Matter movement, Derek Chauvin, whatever the fuck his name is, one who stood on George Floyd's neck.
Did it?
Got released on $1 million bail. Released on $1 million bail, and that's fucking crazy. And you have a support group that basically put that money on his bail. That's fucking crazy.
Yeah, so refresh. I'm not that familiar with the legal system. So if he wasn't released on bail, he would sit in jail till the hearing. His hearing?
So it's trial.
Yeah.
Right. Until his trial. So someone raised money so that he could be free until his trial.
Yeah, you had a group. I forgot which group it was, but you had a group that raised money up, and basically raised $1 million and got him bail. Just like the other kid, kid Rittenhouse, whatever, the 17-year-old kid that was killing protesters. You had a Christian group that raised $500,000 to get to pay for his legal fees and to get him out. So you have these, you know, so you have these big support groups, these racist support groups that are putting their money together and freeing these motherfuckers. And most likely, yes, he will get some type of good legal representation. And I just hope the outcome is going to be fair and just. I doubt it, but yeah, some crazy shit.
I think it's fucking crazy and it's ridiculous how they just allow murderers to just be out here on the streets. It's just your ordinary system injustice that we all have to partake in. It's just not cool. Like he literally killed.
I feel like it's business as usual. I'm not shocked.
Yeah, no, definitely not shocked. Not shocked at all because like Kylie said, he hopes justice is served, but at the end of the day, I'll doubt it. Like that shit's not gonna happen. We really do hope it does happen. And I don't hope it happens on some, here, we gave you guys one. Nah, that's not where it's at. Like give us all of these bad cops who have killed and put people away, have done wrong shit to people. Like it's just really, really bad on what they do. So I think it's fucked up. I think it's crazy how they do it, but it's like Demario says, not surprised. No, it's just going to be very interesting to see how all of this plays out, as well as even going into like the Breonna Taylor case and all the stuff that's coming out that was never presented. And it's just really unfortunate that we're still here and still having a fight for the same shit.
But the reason why we're still here, in my opinion, is because we want the head of the cops who shot these people, and we don't give a fuck about the system that created them. Like, I don't personally care. I don't personally care if these cops go to jail. I don't. What I care about is us looking at the system that allowed them to do what they did. What I care about is us coming up with better trained whatever, with us coming up with stricter laws for whatever. I care about that shit. Like the cops who did it, you anytime they arrest one of these motherfuckers, send them to jail, that's all it's gonna be is them throwing us a bone. Like them saying, here, you guys can have this one. Now, if they say because of what happened in this case, we are gonna look at the way we train our officers. We're gonna look at the laws surrounding wrongful death. We're gonna look at that. We're gonna do something about it. In my opinion, that is what matters. But the public outcry is just we want the head of the cops who did it for the most part.
No. But you have all these movements. That's why you have movements like defund the police. You know, and it's not about getting rid of the police. It's something, it's talking about inflated budgets. You have the New York Police Department that has $1 billion. I'm saying that's over $1 billion budget. They're talking about taking $100 million, allocating that into, impoverished communities and everything like that. And you have also people talking about sensitivity trainings. You have people
pause real quick.
Hold on. And you have people talking about sensitivity trainings, case managers, and everything like that. But then when you have the president that's talking about sensitivity trainings and multiracial trainings, like cultural trainings, things like that, and he's saying that's racist. You have motherfuckers that agree with him talking about, yeah, you're right, that's racist. We don't need that. So it's like when you have the head that's talking, like, you know, that's putting these talking points out there and that's fucking crushing that whole thing, of course people were like, yeah, that's not gonna work because this motherfucker said it.
Yeah.
So it's just like, so even trying to change those laws when you have the resistance, I'm saying the people who probably have the power to change law and policy, who don't believe it, that's just falling on dead ears.
But it still needs to be the fight.
Of course that needs to be the fight. I'm saying, of course that needs to be the fight.
Just because the fight is almost impossible, it still needs to be the fight. Like if you gotta, I'm a conspiracy theorist by nature, so I think that it's all a game, right? So you look at the whole what? Oh, you look at the whole defund the police thing, and then you look at if they take money from the police, what are they doing with the bread? I don't pay too much attention to it. So if they take the money from the police, what are they doing?
I agree and disagree.
What?
You're breaking up.
You're frozen.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, Key, you're frozen.
I'm breaking up.
Okay.
You have to. I hear you. I'm trying to get it right. Is it back?
Okay.
Say something.
No, frozen.
Is it back? Is it back?
We can hear you, but you're frozen.
Frozen? Still frozen. Okay.
So what are they doing with the money?
Well, with the money, they're talking about, you know, putting it back in, you know, they'll put.
You're gonna have to go from your phone or something, sweetheart.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is. Somebody called her.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what?
Yeah. So they're talking about, you know, putting those, you know, putting that money back into resources. You know, they're putting it back into community, giving them more resources. You know, talking about after school programs.
School resources.
Huh? Well, the communities that need it the most.
So how does that fix the problem of police brutality? That's my point. Like,
okay.
Hold on. And if you take the money from the cops and you give it to the people who are being oppressed, but you don't do anything to fix the problem of the police with the people, and then you take money from the cops, all that does is create division so that the cops say they hate us, so that we can say we hate the cops. That's a trick by the man to keep us at each other's necks.
Okay, wait, I'm back. Am I back? Am I good? So I got to tell you, I don't know what you told them, Kylie, but they are doing all of that, Demario. So the plan is not just to fight for the killers who killed Breonna Taylor, but they are putting systems in place to get those bad cops out and then fix the problems that are inside the system. But like Kylie said, when the head of state tells you that he doesn't believe in racial training and, you know, that type of racist training or whatever it's called, whatever type of training he tells them he does not believe in, why are they going to implement it into their programs with their police officers or community programs or whatever they have on the legal system? Because of course, if they're Republican and they're on West Wing and they feel like this is the side that we stand for, we don't really see it's fit. It is uncomfortable for people, because what people is it uncomfortable for? The racist people or the white people that are in the room that feel uncomfortable hearing the shit that we have to deal with all the
froze. She froze. But yeah, like I was saying, for instance, remember back in Plumlee how what's the cop's name? What's the cop's name that came into Plumlee?
Because all these trainings do is kind of put you in the
It's breaking up.
She's still going.
It's lagging, it's breaking. But basically, so remember how the cops used to come into Plumlee and basically try to promote Joe DiMaggio?
Yeah.
They were doing community outreach.
Yeah.
And to a point when we got older, we were familiar with that cop. It was a familiar face. He wasn't a black cop, but it was I don't know if he was Italian, whatever, but it was a community. No, it was a community cop. We were familiar with that cop and everything. Yep. Any cop that came into Plumlee, we were familiar with because they reached the community. That's something that they're from those inflated budgets. That's something that they're doing, putting them back into those communities. Remember the DARE program?
Yep.
Yeah, the DARE program.
So that's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking. I'm asking if we defund the police, where's that money going? And if that money is going just to the community, from the person who's not from that community, that's divisive. That's set up to make me not like.
Well, it's not just that. You know what I'm saying? It's not just that. But that is a major part of it. That is a major part. But also with the trainings and everything like that. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying that's another part, because majority of the time, half these motherfuckers don't know how to talk to people. Half these motherfuckers don't even have people skills or communication skills. So it's like, if you see me and you're already
combat skills. Like, in my opinion, in order to be a police officer, you should have served. In the military. Because when the shit pops off and guns is drawn, most of these cops, it's their first fucking time seeing some shit like that. And no matter how much training you have, when the shit is real, there's no training for that. You have to experience that. So I think they need to make in a perfect world, they need to make it that you should have served in order to become a police officer. And it needs to be more than just 6 months. It needs to be more than a 6 months thing. And it needs to be stricter laws on cops who fuck up in any kind of way. If a cop gets a speeding ticket, it should be double than a person who's not a cop. You know what I mean? It should be the laws of police officers.
Definitely. No, but even with that, you have soldiers. If a soldier serves 2 terms after 18 months, whatever, of a strict in war, they have to because it creates, PTSD and everything, and does that. So they, so you have to give them a break. With cops, it's not like that. Motherfuckers be on there 18 months, whatever, and keep going. That's why, and then motherfuckers have all types of issues. That's why with cops, domestic abuse is very high with cops because of the shit that they deal with. They don't get a break from from being in the field. You need a break from that. If soldiers, if it's required for soldiers to do that, it should be required for the same thing for the cops too.
And
so
there should be like a motherfucking there should be like some year ratio thing. Like, if you've been on the force 6 years and you've been involved in 12 shootings, you know what I'm saying, you should be retired. Like,
and also with that budget too, it's all just like in Worcester, they're doing something to the point where they're making a track. They want to make a track record of the police that have misconduct incidents. So they want to have a track record. So simple fact, if you're having so many different misconduct incidents of misconduct, you're gonna be suspended or you're gonna be fired because you're having too many. There shouldn't be that. So
it's crazy, bro. It's crazy. It's crazy how policemen, the people who are supposed to uphold the law, their job is the hardest job to lose.
Mm-hmm.
If motherfucking Tony, the maintenance man, shows up to work drunk and a kid gets hurt because of it, he's gone. Mm-hmm. But Tony, the cop, is covered up. It's insanity.
Yeah. Yo. So yeah. And just like they said, these inflated budgets, what? New York got what, a $6 billion police budget? And they got a $6 billion police budget, and they only talk about.
But that's what I don't understand. I don't understand why we're talking about how much money they get. What does that have to do with anything?
Because you have these communities that are suffering and that don't get nothing. They don't have no kind.
But how does taking money away?
Because you are paid to protect and serve, and you are not protecting and serving. So if you have
so then let's get on the thing you just said. They're paid to protect and serve. The focus should be on the protect and serve part, not the paid part.
Right,
Like,
but the thing is,
matter.
right, but the thing is, right. I'm saying, what the thing is with those budgets, they are using those budgets for shit that they shouldn't be having. There's no reason why. I'm saying there's no reason why fucking motherfuckers got a tank and shit, or fucking, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I just feel like we the people have been told to focus on how much money they got. And I think that is a trick by the man, because I don't see the correlation between...
We're not focused on their money. We're focused on the job that they're not fulfilling. Just like you said, Timmy, the
police. It's called defund. That's focused on...
Yeah.
Right.
But because you're going to do their job. The money's not going... So Timmy, the maintenance man that fucked up, he's fired. We're not going to take some of Timmy's money and put it towards something else and still give Timmy his job. We still need police. Like, realistic world, you still need police. So what we're doing, cutting half of this motherfucking money out of this center here, because all of them are not doing their job. And
so how does that make them do their job? How does that fix that?
Because they're then putting those resources into the community to help them do their job, and leave the regular people that are doing their job there to do their job. Their job will get done.
From what you just said, I don't hear the fix part. Let me say it one more time. If we take the money away from the cops, how does that make the cops be better cops? I'm not saying it doesn't. I just want to hear how.
There's 50 cops.
A lot of cops will say that we're saying the reason why they don't go into those communities, or the reason why they can't do this much outreach, is because of a lack of money. You got patrol cops, beat cops, and everything like that. Hey, you know, for instance, you have fucking the PAL leagues and shit. You got PAL leagues. That's a part, I'm saying, that's where that money could be allocated into the PAL leagues. Again, you're doing outreach into the community. You know, you have, the PAL leagues, I'm saying the boxing leagues, all kinds of shit. You have, the gang summer programs for the at-risk kids, shit like that, shit like YouthNet,
right?
Things like that. YouthNet has a fucking sucky ass budget, but at the same time, these motherfuckers got $1 billion and shit like that.
But that money, so putting the money into the community is one thing, but the rest of that money needs to be put into fixing the problem within the police department.
But a lot of the problem is motherfuckers don't go to the community and
but that's only one part of it.
The plan is to fix the problem inside the community. I mean, inside the police department, Demario. There is a plan to fix the quality, to have stricter guidelines, like you said, to have people who have served, to have people who have went to college and did different trainings for a certain period of time.
So is that money attached to that? Like, does that?
Yes,
that's
all that.
We're not paying them as much, so this money is now going into that. And like I said, it's cutting it in half. It's not completely taking it away. And then you're also weeding out the bad cops that are there, like you said, that had 6 shootings in fucking the 2 years that they've been on the task force. Like, my nigga, you can't be a cop. Like, you shot 6 people in 2 years and you just got here. Like, obviously you're scared and you're trigger happy. Like,
that should be a third. My nigga, you can't be a cop.
My nigga, you're police.
My nigga, you can't be a cop. Yeah. So look.
But you know, some people, I personally know people who are cops who should not be cops. Not that they do bad, like, crooked shit, but they're just not like, I can see somebody beating this one cop up. Like, you're not the biggest, strongest person. And if he pulled you over, you might intimidate him, Demario, and he might shoot you. Like, just because you're bigger and blacker.
Yeah, so that's why I'm asking. Now, I'm not against the idea of taking money away from a corrupt system. I'm not. I'm all for that. All I'm asking is, shouldn't we be more focused on fixing that system rather than just taking their money away? Like, taking the money away is punishment, sure, but that's not fixing it. That's just
but that's where you get twisted. The punishment is arresting the cops who killed Breonna Taylor. The fixing it is
punishment.
No, yes, because
they're being so that other cops can't do that.
No, but you're punishing them for the crime that they committed. So that's the punishment.
But you have to hold the system responsible. The system is responsible.
But the defunding, but that's where the defunding comes from. It's not we're taking money away from you guys because you're shooting us. No, we're taking this money and providing you the resources to do your job, because paying you $1 million to do your job, you ain't doing it. So I'm gonna give you 50 and not $1 million. I'm gonna give you 50,000 and not $1 million. And this other 50,000, I'm gonna teach you how to do your job better, because I paid you too much to do your job and you've killed too many people. That's the whole thing.
And at the same time, with all that money, I'm saying with all that money and overinflated budget, you have the money to have the best legal representation that the fucking city or the state can fucking buy. So with less money, you can't have that representation that protects you and that fucking makes you guys bulletproof from all that bullshit that you guys do. And at the same time, we should talk about as far as for punishment. Yeah, you have to punish the people that are doing wrong or that are creating those crimes. You got to hold them accountable. Once you hold them accountable, then you can hold the motherfucking system accountable. You can't just go to the system and just say, hey, this is what I'm saying, this is what it is. You have to find out what's wrong first, and then once this shit fucking starts happening in the system, yeah, we could attack the system then, because this is where you motherfuckers went wrong to allow these motherfuckers to do this.
No, you know why? Because the system is going to hang down those motherfuckers. If it came down to that, the system is going to hang them out to dry and make themselves look squeaky clean. Mm-hmm. You have to attack the system first, because the only reason why the system covers up for these cops is because the system knows that if they say these cops are fucked up, then what's next? Oh, well, how were they allowed to do it, system? That's the only reason why the system protects these cops, because if the cops are wrong, then the system is wrong.
But sometimes,
the system has been broken. The system has been broken. You're absolutely right, and that's what defunding the cops is going to do. Put that money into the resources of rebuilding the system, because the system is wrong. So you have to. I understand what you're saying, Demario, and there's lots of conversations about what is the important piece. Like when it comes to the Black Lives Matter, I've talked to you about this. It's all types of pieces that are there are people marching in the field to be marching in the field. There are people talking about how to rebuild this system and having conversations and podcasts and like we're doing to figure out how to rebuild the system. There are people out here going out and making sure people vote so we can get some of the system back. Like there's just different parts of it that has to work together. But we do need people out here screaming, arrest the cops that killed Breonna Taylor, because that's going to keep them reminded of why we're doing all of this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We should be screaming for these. Let me be more clear when I speak. We should be screaming for the heads of these people who killed these people. Absolutely. Yes. I'm just saying that I think that we need to be careful, because they've done it before and they'll do it again. They'll throw them, and then they'll say, we're good, right? You guys, we're good, but you know what I mean? And I just think that we need to be careful of that. And I think but you said,
no, go ahead. No, go ahead.
I think we need to be careful of that. And I also think we need to be careful with the perception of the defund the police thing, because the perception of it is a trick. It's a trick. If I'm the government, the man, the person, and most of the time the government or the man is a rich, white, heterosexual male. Mm-hmm. Most of the time. All around the world, right? Most of the time that's the man. So if I'm the man and the people are mad at me and they're all coming for me, I have to divide the people. Mm-hmm. So I have to say, okay, the gays, the blacks don't think that you deserve this. Women, men don't think that you deserve this. Cops, the blacks don't like you. Blacks, the cops don't like you. Like I have to do these tricks.
And it's also And it's also the wording. Because when you have motherfuckers talking about, oh, they want to defund the police. Hey, they want to abolish the police. They want to get rid of the police and everything like that. You know, you got these criminals. You know, they want criminals to run around and to do that. Yo, that's the Black Lives Matter movement. That's what they want. They want it to be a free for all.
It's trickery because the lowest, a dumb person, not a dumb person, a person who doesn't use
a dumb person.
A person who doesn't think there's more of them than there are people who do think.
Yeah.
And perception is reality sometimes. And I just think we need to be careful with some of the things that we champion.
No, but you're absolutely right. And that, like, this conversation and that just saying what you're saying, just to be careful, has been talked about. Like, and that's something that they're trying to do, because a lot of people, when they first hear defund, abolish the police, like you said, probably they're running to the absolute most negative thing that's going for it, when everyone is saying, no, do what's right with this shit and stop paying these people to do the wrong thing. So figure this out from the root. Understand that it may come off as being very aggressive. Defund is a very aggressive statement, so obviously that's going to make people be guarded. Once you hear that, their guard goes up, your guard goes up, so it's a lot of emotion that goes back and forth, but it's definitely for the betterment. And I think this time it's different because it's consistent throughout the entire world. It's not being let down, it's not just being diminished. Even with the whole Breonna Taylor case, like you said, they gave us our bone. They arrested one person that supposedly shot the wall and then shot her. And then they came back and said, well, we're not really arresting him for shooting her. We're just arresting him for shooting the fucking wall, not her. So that was our bone to say, look, we arrested someone. And then once we got the charges, like, you ain't really arrest him for us. Like, he's not being charged for her murder. He's just being charged for other reckless shit that happened that night, which is not necessarily what we were fighting for. So they're still there. They're still in the field. They're still fighting for justice and then still appealing stuff. So it is overturning, and it's not letting up. And then also the conversation that you're having about being realistic. Where's the money going? What are you doing? It's not just going to stop the cops from killing us. Like, so what's the next plan? Those conversations are happening too. I think this movement is different. It's being portrayed to be bad because the person that's the leader in charge at this time is not with it. So that's why it's going to continue to also stay that way. And then the main supporter of it all, like, this is a lot of races through the whole government. So it's very hard to.
Self-hate's a real motherfucking thing. Fuck the fuck the AG, the A, whatever the fuck his name is. I'm saying, who's in charge of that shit, who don't want to fucking hold those motherfuckers accountable. Fuck him. So I got that.
Yeah.
Speaking of fucking, what you feel about OnlyFans?
Okay, OnlyFans.
Yeah, what you feel about OnlyFans? Because I was looking. I seen a list, right? I seen a list of the top 10 earners in OnlyFans, and from the top earner, Black China, making $15 million a month. I'm not sure how true that is, but making $15 million a month, to Casanova 2 times, number 10, making $800,000 a month. And I'm just like, shit. But from what I also hear is that it's not just about porn, it's other things too. But then you also have you have your locals, you have some local people that.
And where can I find them at? I need to know how to use OnlyFans because I want to see what these local chicks is doing.
Yo,
I don't even know how to use it. Like, what do you do?
I don't.
You sign on and sit on it.
You what?
I'll send you a link.
Now, is there a way that I can search? Can I type bitches I know?
You're stupid.
Can I do that?
You can search your city.
That's what I want to do.
Do that.
That's what I want to do.
Oh, okay.
Yo, listen, I am so interested in seeing what the women that I know from somewhere are doing on OnlyFans.
Son, my thing is.
The pages might be private.
You gotta pay for it. You gotta pay for it though, right?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I would pay just to see what it is, but I'm not gonna be like a customer.
Son, as long as
that's making $15 million a month.
Exactly. Niggas
it is.
As long as there's X videos, Pornhub and xxnx.com, these free porn shit, nigga, I am not subscribing to shit.
But see, that's what I'm saying. I don't want to. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it to jerk my little man. I just want to see. You don't have a curiosity. You don't want to see chicks you know on there and see what they're doing.
Oh, I have a curiosity, but I'm just not paying for this shit.
I would to check it out. Absolutely, I would.
Done. Just like me. I've been to a strip club 3 times, no, about 4 times in my life. I'm just not with paying for shit I can get free.
Listen, I'm not trying to pay to see these girls naked. I'm just curious.
I get you.
So, Kyle, you do clubs?
Yeah, I don't do strip clubs. Never been a fan of strip clubs.
Why
Never been a fan.
Yes, he unknowingly has stated that several times.
I just don't see the point in going somewhere to someone to give you a lap dance and, you know, dry hump you for money and shake your ass in front of your face for money when I could get that shit for free. I just don't. There's no fantasy for me. There's nothing like. Okay, cool.
Shakespeare said, "What we attain too cheaply, what we attain too easily, we esteem too cheaply." So what that means is, if you pay for it, it's better. Sometimes.
No, it's not. Because right?
It's like education. If you pay for it, it's better.
No, because you in a strip club, right? And you get a lap dance for $30, $40, whatever it is, and it don't do nothing to you. Can you get money back?
No, because you pay for the experience.
What the experience sucked? It's like,
you didn't pay to get a boner. You didn't pay to be hitting on a bitch.
What's the point? If you're not getting excited, then what's the fucking point, son?
I don't know. If I have to explain it to you, I can't explain it to you.
Yo, have you ever been to a strip club in Atlanta?
No.
I think you need to come to Atlanta and go to a strip club.
I've heard that, but it's just like,
But it's a different experience because you're not into strip clubs, but you like to go out, right? So the strip clubs in Atlanta is like, if you want to pay for it, I'm breaking up again?
A little bit.
Oh, dang. The strip clubs in Atlanta are, if you want to come here and spend money on girls and get dances, you can. Or you're like in a club with some naked bitches that are walking around dancing with other niggas that might be into that. So you can still have a good time and still have a vibe and not spend money on bitches. Or maybe that energy would make you want to spend money on bitches. It may not. No. But it's still, he's like, I'm not. But it still gives you that still like club/strip club. But the strip clubs up there, no. I don't blame you. I wouldn't be into strippers either.
I heard, you know, strip clubs down in Florida, strip clubs down in Atlanta. It's just like, you know, crazy. King of Diamond, all that and everything. But it's just, I just never got the whole thing of strip clubs, spending money, and I just don't.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I don't like spending money on strippers and strip clubs, but I like strip clubs.
It's almost like to me, it's almost like window shopping for a fee and trying shit on for free. I'm saying trying shit on that you gotta give back, but you gotta pay a fee to try the shit on. It's
so like renting a tux?
Yeah.
Basically. Yeah, just don't.
Yeah. Some people.
You're just not with the wasting the money.
Huh?
You're not with wasting money?
Exactly.
Yeah, he's a cheap ass nigga.
No, I'm not.
I'm saying, what if you were a millionaire? Would you still not be into strip clubs? Nah, because I'm not wasting no money.
If I was a millionaire, there'd be a strip club in my house.
I believe
that ran 24 hours a day.
Yeah,
because then you're an employer.
I would wake up at 2, 3 in the morning, like, oh man, I'm groggy. Let me go down and get a lap dance real quick.
That helps.
I don't know.
Even if I was a millionaire, I like Like I hear niggas spending $10,000, I'm saying $10,000 on a chick just to dance in front of you and dance on you. I'm like, the fuck?
It's an investment. It's an investment.
Shit.
To me, it's the same. To me, it's the same as like renting a car for the weekend. To me, it's the same as renting a hotel. For me, it's the same as getting a VIP in a club. To me, it's the same feeling. Like you get to pretend like you're a baller for a few minutes, sort of.
Nah, no, it's not. No, it's not.
Here it is. It's just the experience.
Hey,
it's
listen.
like, why do bald-headed guys go to barbers and pay $20 for a haircut? You're bald-headed. Why are you paying this?
So they don't got to do it themselves.
Do what? God is doing it.
No, it's not. Listen.
Nigga, God is your barber.
Listen, sometimes.
Who's cutting you, Jesus?
You got the best barber ever. God is nice.
Look what God did to Damario's lineup. He got a fresh lineup. God bless you.
And so, so it's like, for instance, right? So sometimes, 99.9% of the time, I'm always cutting my hair, all right? I go to the barbershop once in a blue because I'm like, yo, sometimes I'm pressed for time. Sometimes I just don't want to do the shit myself and everything like that. And cool, fuck it. Hey, pamper me. Do this, whatever. Cut my fucking hair. Now, the difference between that is, if you want to equate that to the motherfucking strip club, it's basically like, hey, I don't even know. I didn't want to get into it because it's about to get dark, But basically, if I'm watching a free thing and D said, hey, I want to touch my little guy or something like that, I'm paying for it. I don't want to do it myself type thing, That's the only way. But other than that,
you're missing the point. So for me, I can honestly say I would never pay for sex. I would never pay for sex. So I don't know if the sex part of the strip club is the biggest attraction. It's part of it. I don't know how to explain it to someone who's not into it.
But your reason, I was trying to figure out the reason of you not being into it, and it just sounds more so like you're just not wasteful with your funds. But if it's free and it's there, you might be all right with it. And it just might not be the vibe that you're looking for when you've been to the strip clubs up there. You might haven't found like, okay, this is cool. This ain't like the ordinary strip club that I've been to before, You might find something you like, or you still might not like it because you're like, nah, I'm not paying $40 for these naked bitches.
I never used to understand you. I never, until I started, like, first time I went to a strip club, I didn't like it at all. I was like, this is lame. Like, the girls don't even look that good. Like, this is lame. But I don't know, at some point I started to kind of get into it. And then I would prefer that than going to a regular club. Why? I'm going to go to a regular club. I'm going to spend $40, $50, get pissy drunk to dance up on some girl at the bar and dance up on some girl on the floor and try to take her home that night. Or I can go to a place where the girls are already naked.
But you ain't taking them home. But
that's not my goal. I've never been that type of person, period.
I know, I'm saying, but that there's the problem saying that happening in a club like that and you taking them home are very high compared to the fucking strip club and motherfuckers.
Totally disagree. I have gotten further with these women than I have at regular clubs buying girls drinks and shit.
You're paying for it.
What?
You're paying for it.
No. I'm telling you, I've gone to strip clubs, chilled there, hung out, and pulled strippers. Yeah.
Did you take them home?
Yeah, me. What?
Did you take them home?
Not to my house. I don't trust them. Not to my house. Yo, you may think I'm bugging, but I've always been a little bit nervous about bringing any girl to my house if I don't really know them.
Of course.
I'm nervous about that shit. Like, I don't know if she's gonna steal some shit or she gonna call her cousins and they're gonna come whoop my ass to take my PlayStation. Like, I don't know. Anyway, my point is, I just think that it's just a more chill, laid back. Go have a few beers, watch somebody shake their ass, and if she's not good at it, that's entertaining too, because now it's funny.
Like, no, it's funny. That's funny. That's funny. But I'll probably $20 in one, so I'll throw a couple, nigga. When my money's done, nigga, I'm done. I'm done.
See, but you could get both though, DeMario. You can go to the strip club and get drunk and see naked bitches, and then leave with someone that might be in the strip club, just might not be a stripper.
Hey, so both of us can be satiated, whatever. It's like I after a while hanging out with him and the dudes we used to go to the club with, I'd be like, yo, can we just go to a strip club instead of a regular club because the end result is better?
Y'all niggas is going to Cheetahs. Y'all niggas is going to Cheetahs and Foxy.
See, no, that's different. That's different. Cheetahs is a whorehouse. I'm not really into that.
Son, when y'all niggas,
you go into Cheetahs, the chicks literally walk up to you and say, "Hey, who wants your dick sucked?" I'm not really, you get that, bro. They're walking up like, "Yo, who wants your dick sucked?" I'm like, "Yo, you're out of control." I'm not with that.
When niggas told me niggas was paying, not you, but certain niggas we know was paying $150, you know what I'm saying, to go get down on some whatever. And the niggas was trying to save chicks' lives and shit like that. And I'm just like, yo, I will not.
Sex? Huh? They were paying for sex?
They was paying for sex. Certain people that me and Dino, they were paying $150, $200, whatever they were paying in there. You go downstairs in the room or whatever it said it was and everything like that, and you can get down for $150. And when I heard that shit, I was like, niggas is out they fucking mind.
Oh, no.
So yeah, all that shit. So I know that shit goes on there, but I just never been that type. I never seen. I just couldn't fathom a motherfucker just grinding up on me and I'm paying $30 just to grind. I'm like, man, I just didn't see it. I just didn't do nothing for me like that.
There's a lot of men, like my dad says that he's like, I've never been into strip clubs or strippers. That's just not been anything I really cared for. Like, okay, I'm not gonna just spend my money on them or like go there. But I think, give it a chance by trying different strip clubs, or you just might not be a person who likes it. Maybe
even
in Brazil.
Even twerk videos. Twerk videos do nothing. I can care less for a twerk video.
Yeah.
Word. I agree with you on that. Twerk video, I'm kind of like, yeah, so.
Yeah, twerk video is just like, okay, that's like me seeing a bitch walk down the street. Like, all right, you can walk, you can twerk. Yeah. The fuck?
And this is like, and I admire the creativity of a motherfucker doing the shit. I'm saying the tricks that they do with the pole, the spinning and everything like that, the balance, the acrobatic shit. Yo, that shit's fascinating. That's cool. But you know what? Hey, I'll throw a little couple ones for that. You know what I'm saying? You doing some amazing shit. You doing the flips and the kicks and all that shit. Yo, goddamn. Yo, I'm saying, you should have been a gymnast. But you know what? After my 20 bills is done.
Yeah, I'm just saying. But I gotta tell you, Atlanta kind of turned me out to strip clubs. So at first I was very much reserved. DeMario took me to my first strip club ever. And I was not impressed. I was like, ew, this is gross. I was not impressed. They just showed titties. I think it was like a titty bar. It wasn't like a strip club. Then they explained that to me. So there was a difference. We had titty bars back then. We didn't really have strip clubs. And then Atlanta strip clubs are just completely different. Like I said, it's like a club and naked bitches and strippers, acrobatic shit, flexible shit happening, money everywhere. Don't even got to be your money. Everybody else is paid. So bitches is just dancing on you because there's money everywhere. So it's not necessarily always you spending your money and you might like it. But Atlanta strip clubs are crazy. I've had the most reserved person I know, like, enjoy a strip club. And I didn't even think she was going to get into it. I was just like, yeah, I hope the strippers don't bother her. I hope the strippers leave her alone because she ain't with this shit. I hope they just leave her in her corner. And like immediately the shot girl comes in like, let me give you a shot. Gives it to her from her mouth to her mouth. And I'm just like, oh shit, they finna fight because that's not her. She's not into this type of stuff. She's not gonna like it, but enjoyed it, enjoyed the energy, enjoyed the vibe. And none of us are into bitches or even pussy, so to say, being bounced all around us, but it's just the energy and the environment. You're paying for an event, I guess. I don't know.
And there I would be the fun police, because simple fact, if she comes with the shot in her mouth talking about whatchamacallit, I'm saying, talking about fucking, take a shot from my mouth, I'll be like, bitch, I don't know if you suck, you know what I'm saying? I don't know what you did before you came in here. I don't know if you got herpes or whatever like that. Nigga, give me the shit.
It wasn't from her mouth. It was like
that. Me. That's me. So yeah, we gonna back this up.
It's the same. I just wanted to say, you talk about you don't know if she sucked somebody off or something. Man, it's the same as dudes meeting these girls at clubs and making out with them.
Nigga, that never been me.
All right, I just want to put that out there. That's the same shit.
People we've been around, and I let them niggas have in the car like, yo, what the fuck was you doing? Yeah, but never me. Never me. But anyways, I go by the name of Kobra Karate, finished my grapes soda, I'm still sober.
And it's your man D-Mobile across the global, about to bounce like pogo. Bo.
It's your girl, K.I. Double. I was in some
raps. I do the raps.
I do raps. You can teach me raps to do. I'm the best rapper ever.
Raps.
Did you see? I don't know. I'm gonna send you the interview where Jason Lee is like interviewing some lady, and she's like, "Yeah, I do the rap. I do a little bit of the rap. Yeah." That's what I do.